I've just realised I don't even have it open. Let me just get it. Here we go. Right, are we live? Oh, we'll wait for you. We'll wait for people to join. Welcome, replay viewers, everybody. Welcome to part 2 of our Halloween Spooktacular. So I was live earlier on TikTok, doing my food, doing my cupcakes, and now this is part 2. We're going to do some games, and then we're also going to do some ghost stories. And I was going to play some music as well. I've got to try and find some like royalty-free music, because I've never played music on Twitch. I probably wouldn't get away with it. So usually they. So we're just waiting for everyone to join. It's kind of like a normal broadcast, this, for me, because we're going to do Wordscapes. I'm disappointed though. The Wordscapes is not like decorated. Let me check. I'm definitely live. Although saying that, I couldn't get into Twitch on my iPad anymore, so we'll see. No, that's not going to work. I'm thinking we're live. Usually most of the time we are live. So we'll just wait and see. I don't know if Gemma's raiding or not. We'll see. So we'll just give it a few minutes anyway. So hopefully you're all having a good Halloween. Some very good broadcasts today. All very good broadcasts. So make sure you go and check them all out. You can find an image on my Twitter, Aiden Leeds, with all the usernames and everyone who's come live, so you can just search for their broadcast. Oh, it's just said I've gone live. So that was my introduction. That's for the replays, replay viewers. So we'll just wait for people to join. So yeah, we are playing Wordscapes, guys. It's a very special Wordscapes tonight, because we're going to do some games, Wordscapes, and I'm going to do some ghost stories. So, good evening, everybody. Hey, Andrew, good to see you. Andrew's here, and Claire's here. Good to see you, Claire. So yeah, you probably were all expecting to see my face, but I decided to do that earlier on today. So do watch the replays. You know, watch everyone's replays today, as I've said. So we'll just wait for a few more to join. Hey Vada, good to see you. Hey Ashley, you got here. Did Gemma raid? I don't think she raided. It would have come up, wouldn't it, in the chat. So yeah, we're gonna do a few. They're not these are ghost stories that I've not really properly read, but we'll give it a try, because I like not to hear the stories first. So I had a little look through it just to check it was not going to be too rude for people. But yeah, it should be. We'll do that in about 20 minutes or so. And then obviously at 9 o'clock after me, UK time, we have the Med to finish the day off at the Halloween quiz. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm actually really glad I didn't have to do a quiz tonight. So yeah, I'm really happy that the Med's doing it. So do share the broadcast, guys. Do hit follow if you're new. And yeah, should we make a start then? We'll just wait for we'll make a start, because we're at nearly 10 minutes in. So if you never played Wordscapes before, it's really easy. We're looking for as many words as we can. This was one I was doing earlier, so we'll finish this one off first, and then we'll make a proper start. So your letters are SLIMAA. We're looking for as many words as we can. This was one that I started yesterday, by the way, so we'll finish this off first. So good luck, guys. It's 9 PM 1 California time, says Ashley. Possibly. I think you're the same time as Lizzie, aren't you? So yeah, it should be the same. 9 PM is in 1 hour. Oh, sorry, yeah, I meant to say Yeah, so 9 o'clock, yeah, for the med. So welcome in, everyone. Welcome, Lizzie. Welcome, Ashley. Hopefully Melanie will join us soon, because Melanie loves Wordscapes so as well, and Brenda and everyone else. So we're looking for as many words as we can. We're going to start with Lizzie with Lima. Is Lima there? Not Lima. I know it's not really Halloween related for this broadcast, but we will do the ghost stories. There we go. There's Brenda. Okay, salami. Is salami there? Oop, S-A-L-A-M-I. Well done, Andrew. So I think we'll probably do about 2 or 3 rounds, I reckon. Okay, and hey, Melanie. Lizzie says males. Well done, Bill. Well done, Bill. Not males. What about male? M-A-I-L. Not male. Now, I did try to find a Halloween game, but the problem with playing a game that's new is I probably wouldn't know where to start with it. So, and that was only about 2 hours ago. Okay, Manny says Slim. Is Slim there? Not Slim. Salam. Is Salam there? Not Salam. So we're looking for 5-letter word and 2 4-letter words. Okay, Claire says Alms. Is Alms there? Yes, well done, Claire. We're not giving any points out tonight, though, I'm afraid. Okay, what about Ales? Is Ales there? Ales? Not Ales. Alms? Ames. Oh, we've got Ames. Alms. Hi, Mike. Good to see you. So tonight's broadcast, Mike, is our normal broadcast. Well, like kind of normal word games, and we're going to do a few ghost stories. So for the last, I would say about 15-20 minutes. Okay, Alas. Is Alas there? Yes, well done, Brenda. And Melanie says Almas. Is it Almas? Not Almas. And good evening, Fly By Night. Welcome in. Is it Alias? That's a good one. Is it Alias? Fly By Night. Well done. You did it. You got it. Right then. So that was just completing the level that I started yesterday because I was a bit bored. So here we go then. It's your first one for tonight. Here you go. 1163. Ignore that. Your letters are C-E-P-A-A-L. C-E-P-A-A-L. Hi, Doug. Good to see you. Oh, thank you for the bits. I love the gravestones. I couldn't find them on mine. They must be new. Have they just been added? Or are they from? I'm not sure where to find them. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Right, so we're going to start with Claire with Palace. Is Palace there? It certainly is. Well done, Claire. And Brenda says Clap. Clap is there. Well done, Melanie. Leap by Fly By Night. Leap is there. And Pale from Mike. That skull was looking a little bit pale, Brenda, earlier on. Pale, yeah, Pace from Claire. Is Pace there? Well done, it is. And Place from Andrew. P-L-A-C-E. Place is there. And Peace. Oops, P-E-A-C. Oh, we can't have Peace because there's only one E. Clap. Yep. And Lap from Lizzie. Is Lap there? It is. Well done, Lizzie. Brenda says Lape. L-A-P-E. Not Lape, I'm afraid. Try again. Andrew says Peel. Oops, P-E-A-L. Peel is there. And Leap from Mike. L-E-A-P. We've got Leap. Claire says Place. Yep, well done, Claire. Peel. P-E-A. P-E-A-L. We've got Peel. Lizzie says Pal. Pal is there. Melanie says Pace. We've got Pace. Andrew says Alp. Not Alp. What about... Ooh. Let's do a shuffle. Cap. Is Cap there? Well done, Fly By Night. Lace. Do we do Lace? Lace is there. Well done, Lizzie. And Clap. Cape. C-A-P-E is there. Well done, Lizzie. Fly By Night says P. P is there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words left. It is Mike. Yes, I just posted it up. That's why I wasn't commenting as much on Gemma's broadcast, because I couldn't comment. I like to sort of leave it to upload. Otherwise it can like shut down. But yeah, you can go watch that, but I'd watch it until after the Meds broadcast. Andrew says Ace. A-C-E. Ace is there. And Ape is there. Well done. Ale from Claire. Well done. 2 more left to find, guys. Brenda says Plea is there. And I'm looking for a 5-letter word. Go on then. Since this is the first broadcast, I'm going to give points to the person that gets the last word. Okay? Not the first longest word. Okay, so this is worth 10 points and a place on the leaderboard, because we're doing things a bit backwards because it's Halloween. It's like a different dimension. Let's find my pen. So whoever finds the last word gets the points. Andrew says apple. There's only one P. Andrew. Is it? Mike says lapel. Is it lapel? There's only one L. So even though this is the last word, which is the mystery word with the coins, I will give points to the last word, even if it's not the mystery word. Is it peace? Do we try peace? No, there's only one E. It's got to be 5 letters. Can't be lace. So it's 5 letters. Let's do another shuffle, guys. Claire says apple as well. There's only one P, Claire. Try again. Mike says place. Do we have place? Yeah, we've got place. We've only got 132 coins. Okay, it starts with an A. Okay, we'll use the 100 points there. So it's a word, 5 letters, starts with an A. Best of luck, everyone. Mike's going for a pace. Is it a pace? Mike, well done. 10 points. I shall add you to the leaderboard. Well done. So we'll probably only get around like 3 levels or 2. Well, yeah, 3 levels. We'll do 3 levels and then we'll go on to the haunted ghost stories. Okay, 1,164. Best of luck, everyone. Your letters are T-I-I-O-D-N-C. T-I-I-O-D-N-C. Best of luck, everyone. Remember, the last word gets the points, even if it's a 3-letter. Yeah, well done, Mike. Mike's always... You always find the long words, and so does Melanie as well. And Claire. You're all good, so... Don't forget, I do come live. Usually it's... What time is it? 7 PM UK time. I've started coming live on a Tuesday and a Thursday. Tuesdays and Thursdays at the moment. Right, so we're going to start with Lizzie with Odin. Not Odin. Fly by Night says tin. Okay, no three-letter words, so I'll avoid those. Andrew says noticed. Oh, there's no E. Sorry, Andrew. Diction from Claire. Diction. That's a good one. Claire, have you got the longest word? Well done, Claire. But sorry, no points tonight for the longest word. Lizzie says coin. But don't forget, you all do start with 5 points. Remember that. So you all get 5 points just for being here. Coin from Lizzie. Yep, well done. I do that sometimes. I repeat myself. Dot. Okay, there's no three-letter words. Diction. Yep. Well done, Andrew. Okay, Mike would like a shuffle. Ooh, let's do that again. That's better. Okay, Lizzie says dino. Oh, not dino. Sorry, Lizzie. It's so addictive, this game, though, isn't it? We love it. We love it. We love playing this game. It goes a bit crazy, though, on TikTok, and sometimes I can't even keep up because we do it not too early in the morning, but if you saw what I saw on TikTok, the amount of comments, my brain's just frazzled. So it's nice to just kind of relax with this game. It's nice. Okay, Andrew says idiot. Oh, thanks, Andrew. It's idiot there. No, idiot's not there, I'm afraid. But it was a good one. Yeah, thanks, Andrew. It was just, I thought you said that was the content. That was the comment, yeah. We shall see when this quiz in the next 30 minutes happens. I wonder if he's going to do teams, whether we're going to be split up into teams or whether we're just doing it individually. It's going to be good anyway, I'm sure. If you're not following the Med, do follow him. I don't know what, I think his username is the Med. Oops, I do have him. But it won't tag. I think that's his username there. But make sure you're all following. Okay, it's not going to submit for some reason. Oh, there is. I think that's the one. If not, some random person's going to find out. Okay, so let's do another shuffle. Okay, what about don't? Or... Ooh. It's Mr. Med, okay. Of course it is. I should know. I wrote the thing. Oh well, some random person will get notified. Hopefully that's the one. I don't know if it's not showing clickable. Okay, dint from Mike. Dint. Not dint. Idiotic. Idiotic, that's a good one. Oh, there's only... No, there's not enough letters. Oh wait, there is. Oh no, there isn't. Yeah, not enough eyes. Let's do another shuffle. What about tonic? It's quite tricky, this one. It did say it was super hard. Brenda says loin. Oh, there's no L, Brenda. Lizzie says cont. Not cont. Tin. Well, no 3-letter words. So we're looking for a 6-letter word that starts with an I and a 5-letter word that starts with an I. I thought iconic. Icon. Is it I icon? Yeah, well done, Claire. I think you said that before I typed it in myself. Ion? Ion? I'm looking for a 4-letter that ends in an O. Ionic? Ionic? Yes, well done, Andrew. Yep. Brenna says Greesh. And Claire says Ionic. Yep, well done, Claire. So we've got blank N, blank O. Into. Right, here we go then, guys. It's actually one of the longest words we've got here. So whoever gets this gets 10 points. So best of luck. So the ghost stories, they're not going to take too long. They're really, really short, so it won't take longer than 20 minutes. So we'll do a few levels, do as many as we can. Right, Vada actually says iconic. I'm not good at this. Do you know what, Ashley? It's surprising. When you think of like these sort of games, you think, oh, I can't do them, I can't do them. But when you get into it, your brain does these strange things, especially on tonight, kind of, you know, Halloween weekend. It must be all the ghosts and ghouls and everything coming out. It's changing us. Okay, so everyone says iconic. Is it iconic? There's only one C. Oh, don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass yourself. I'm always embarrassing myself. Okay, Mike says indict. Oh, is it indict? For the points and for the lead, even though you're already in the lead, Mike. Have you got it? Is it indict? Well done, Mike. Currently on 20 points. No, sorry, 25 points. So, because you're all on 5 points as we speak. Should we do another? Here we go then. Next level, your letters are W-N-S-E-R. W, so 2 U's, N-S, E and R. Melanie, you still there? So who's going to start me off? We're going to start off with... Oh, thank you for the bits. If it's a sound thing, it won't play, I'm afraid, because I've not got it connected up. So just be wary of that, everyone that's sending any sound alerts if it's coming up. So just wanted to make that clear. Sorry about that. Because I normally use OBS and I had it connected, but I've not got it connected to that. So sorry about that, guys. Don't sue me. If you're like, I didn't get what I paid for. If it's the music thing. Right, so we're going to start off with Claire with ruins. It's not ruins. Brenna says sure. I just let the chat just see some words. Nurse. Yeah, Andrew, do you need a nurse? And Lizzie says ruin. R-U-N-E. Is there, well done. Unsure from Mike. Is unsure there. It is, well done. Fly by Night says sun. Okay, no 3 letters. Runs. Have we got the runs? The runs is certainly there. Well done. Melanie says unsure. Well done, Melanie. Okay, and Claire says user. How many we got left? Ooh, we're down to the last 2. It reminds me of, what's it called, that game where you used to have the chairs? Musical chairs, do you remember that? And whoever had the last chair always won. That's what it feels like. So we've done user, sure. We got sure. Andrew says earns, because we've done ruins. Earns is there. So whoever gets this word gets the points. So it's 4 letters. So Claire says roos. Do we do roos? Oh, somebody said roos before. I'm certain they said roos before. Or was it ruin? Ah, roos, fly by night. Oh wait, it was fly by night. I've got to give it to fly by night just because that was said first. And sometimes I do type them in, or try to type them in, and it's wrong. So I've got to give it to that. Okay, actually that would, yeah, because I didn't type it in. So sorry, Claire. I'm going to give you both 10 points for that. Actually, Claire, you can have 2. You can have 10 points too, because that was my mistake. So Claire, 10 points, and fly by night, I'll abbreviate you, 10 points. There you go, guys. Right, so we're going to do one more level, I think. And we're actually moving on to a star round. So basically what this means is, because you're so good at this game, the system, the game itself has said, you're too good. We need to put a timer on the games, on the levels. So we'll have a timer. It's usually 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So as soon as the letters appear, that's when the timer goes. Are we all ready? So we're going to be really quick. And again, I'll give 10 points to the person who gets the last word. So yeah, 3 minutes. Here we go. Your letters are... Oh, sorry, that was a timer. Didn't even realise. Here you go then. Your letters are... When it loads... C-E-R-H-T-I. C-E-R-H-T and I. So who's going to start us off? Look, we've got quite a few words to find. Best of luck. We're going to start with Claire with chit. C-H-I-T. Not chit. Claire says sight. Sight is there. Mike says hermit. Ah, there's no M. Sorry, Mike. Brenda says right. R-I-T-E. Right is there. And Lizzie says thrice. That's a good one. Thrice. Well done, Lizzie. Andrew says there. T-H-E-I-R. Well done, Andrew. I'm going to go for rice. Mike says higher. And Andrew says air. Air is there. Claire says tier. T-I-E-R. That's probably what must have happened before. I must have spelt it wrong. Tire from Claire. T-I-R-E. And Lizzie says chert. C-H-E-R-T. Not chert, but a good word. Brenda says tire. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words left. Andrew says etch. E-T-C-H. Well done, Andrew. And etcher. Is etcher there? Oh, there's only one E. Lizzie says ethic. Ethic is there. Yeah, hopefully you're feeling better, Andrew. So I don't know if all of you know, but I did have COVID. I came back after my holiday, first week, and I had COVID for a week, well, 10 days. So, I know it's not didn't really need to mention that, but I know some of you didn't know that. So yeah, just be careful out there, guys, as well with flu and everything else. Ethic, did we do ethic? Yep, ethic. Yep, we've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry guys, out of time. Yeah, I'm much better now, but just be careful, everyone. Sometimes you think a cold is a cold when it's not. It was actually after the haps, not haps. I always say haps. It was after the cooking Saturday last month. I had it when I was cooking, and I felt really ill that day. So, you good, yeah. I think definitely get your booster and flu jabs if you're eligible, and you can have it. Okay, Andrew says Rico. Oh, there's no O. And Rich. Sorry, I missed that one, Rich. Rich is there. Last two then, guys. Right, so your clue is, it's 4 letters, and it ends in a H. I think I see one. Something you would do if you had fleas. Lizzie's got it, itch. But that's not the last word, so who's going to get this last word then? It's worth 10 points. It's T blank blank H. T blank blank H. So not scratch. So T blank blank H. I think I've got it. Liz is going for it with titch. Is it titch? T-I-C-H for 10 points. Oh, it's not titch. Try again. Liz is going for it again with tech. Is it tech for 10 points? Well done, Lizzie. You got it. I shall add you to the leaderboard. Right, so we're going to do one more level, guys. I'll just give you your scores. So, everyone else is on 5 points if you've not won any levels. Lizzie is on 15. FBN, if you're still there, FBN, I just shortened your name, Fly By Night, on 15. Claire on 15. Mike on 25. So it's all to play for. If we do get a tie, then I will give you a question and it'll be the first one to get it right, okay? So we don't get the bonus, I'm afraid. This is your last level then. As I say, it'll be worth 10 points, all to play for. Here we go, your letters are double L, I, W, Y, D. Double L, I, W, Y, and D. It did, the timer ran out. Sorry, guys, so we didn't get any bonus stars. So we're going to start with Andrew with Wildly. Well done, Andrew. So in a normal game, Andrew, that would give you 10 points, but... And let me know, guys, if in the future you would prefer the last word as points rather than the longest word. Sometimes it's nice to mix it up a bit. Okay, Wild. Wild is there. Well done, Mike. Claire says Dilly. Reminds me of that song. Dilly Dally. And Dilly Dally. Half of you don't have a clue what I'm talking about, but I think Melanie knows what I'm talking about. Okay, Wildly. Well done, Melanie. And says Willy. Is it there? Willy. Not willy-nilly. And Dilly. No, not Dilly. Let's do a shuffle. Shuffle for a share, guys. The reason I say that is because on TikTok it shows the people that have shared. So I know if there's been a share or not, and then I'll give a number of shuffles to how many shares they were. Dill from Claire. Is Dill there? It is, well done. And lid from Claire. Lid. Not lid. Lily, that's a good one. Lily. Lily is there. Will is there. 3 more left, guys. Best of luck, and then we're gonna finish tonight's Wordscapes. Idle or idly is there. 2 more left to find. So I've got 1 4-letter and 1 5-letter. Illy. Not illy. Lizzie's going for Whaley. Is there. Here we go then, everyone. It's worth 10 points. Claire's going with idle with 2 L's. Is it idle with 2 L's? For the win for 10 points. Claire, well done. You are currently tying with Mike. So that means I'm going to have to give you a question. So as I say, we're not doing a quiz tonight, but this is just for Claire and Mike. Okay, so I'm going to give you a question, and whoever gets the closest answer will get 10 points. Simple as that. So I'm going to find a number question. So just bear with me. Just bear with me, guys. Right, your question is, okay, so whoever's closest gets the 10 points. So please, everyone, don't comment, it's just for Mike and for Claire. The question is, for approximately how many days does the average worker ant live? For approximately how many days does the average worker ant live? So just pop an answer in. This is just for Claire and for Mike. And if you're close, whoever's the closest gets the points. I can only take your first answer. Okay, so Claire, let's wait for Mike's answer. Interesting. Right, so Claire's going for 12, a low answer. Mike is going for 80, a high answer. I can tell you the correct answer is 50, 50, which therefore makes Mike tonight's winner, as you were the closest there, with 35 points. So well done, Mike. Well done, Mike. You are tonight's winner. So commiserations, Claire, but well done for coming second. And everyone else, well, it's FBN 10, 15, Lizzie on 15, everyone else on 5 points. So let me turn this off. I'm just going to change my screen just for a second. And I do have... Oh, just bear with me, guys. I wish I could pause. You're going to see my photos just because I need to get this picture up. Here we go. So I've got some ghost stories to tell you now. Seeing it is Halloween. So these ghost stories I've just found online. So I'm not going to lie to you. They're just online ghost stories. Just sit back, relax. You can get wrapped up in a blanket if you wish. Light a candle, turn the lights off. And I've not properly read these, but just sit back and relax. So, excuse me. Here we go. So this first ghost story is called Headhunter. A family of 4, 2 young children and their parents were travelling on the road when their car broke down. The parents went out to look for help and left the radio on for the kids in case they got bored. By nightfall, the parents still hadn't returned. Sat in the darkness, the children continued to listen to the radio and grew alarmed when they heard that a dangerous killer was on the loose, having escaped from a prison nearby. The newsreader warned listeners to take extreme care when going about their business. Time passed and the children waited. The silence outside the car was absolute until suddenly they heard knocking on the car roof above them. Clank, clank, clank. The knocks grew louder and faster. Doof, doof, doof. Unable to bear it any longer, the children opened the car doors and fled in terror. Only the eldest dared to turn to see the source of their fear. On top of the car was a large man who was bouncing two objects on the top of the vehicle. The heads of the children's parents. Ooh, gives you shivers, doesn't it? Gives you chills. So that was the first one. Okay, number 2. I think we've got 8 stories here, so you're in for a real treat. Number 2. The Madman Under the Bed. This is the story of a young girl from Leicester called Melanie. No, sorry, Sarah. As a child, Sarah was afraid of the dark and got a dog to keep her company. Sorry, I'm just laughing because I said Melanie. Sorry, Melanie. Subsequently, she slept peacefully, knowing the dog was under her bed. If she was afraid, she only had to reach out her hand and her dog would start licking it until she fell asleep. It's like a real story, this. Until she... Sorry, let me start again. And her dog would start licking it until she fell asleep. Years went by like this, and Sarah grew up, and the dog became old. One night, on the radio, she heard that a dangerous murderer was thought to be in the vicinity of Leicester. And with her dog at her side, Sarah was not afraid. She got into bed, stretched out her hand, and the dog, and as was its wont, it began to lick her. She slept soundly, and when she woke up, she was surprised that the dog was still licking. And looking under the bed, she screamed. The dog lay dead, and the tongue that was so tirelessly licking her belonged to a man. Oh. Sorry, I messed that one up because I thought, let's try and bring you into the story as much as I can. But if you would like me to mention your name in the story, then let me know. Okay, number 3. This is called the Graveyard Challenge. Melanie says, "Oh, Aiden, you're cruel." Yes, it is Halloween after all. Here we go, the Graveyard Challenge. Several teenage girls went for a sleepover at a friend's house. Taking advantage of the fact that the parents were away, when they turned out the lights, they started talking about an old man who had just been buried in a nearby cemetery. It was said that he had been buried alive and could be heard scratching at the coffin, trying to get out. One of the girls scoffed at the idea, so the others dared her to go visit the grave right there and then. As proof that she'd actually gone, she was to drive a wooden stake into the earth of the grave. The girl left, and her friends lay waiting for her to return. But the hours went by, and their friend failed to materialise. They lay awake, increasingly terrified. Morning came, and the girl still had not appeared. So when the parents came back, they all went down to the cemetery. There they found the girl lying on the grave, dead. When she had bent down to drive the stake into the ground, she had caught the hem of her skirt. Struggling to get up, she thought the buried man had grabbed her. It was concluded that she died of fright. Now, I'll mention all the names of these books. They're extracts from books, I should say. So that one was from Be Afraid, Be Very Afraid, the Book of Scary Urban Legends by John Harold Brunvand. Okay, next one, number 4. So I noted it, Lizzie, I've noted it. A teenage girl was asked to babysit for a family that lived in a huge, luxurious house. It was her first evening on the job, and after she put the children to bed upstairs, she sat down in front of the TV. But no sooner had she settled there than the phone rang. The caller was a man. Gasping and laughing menacingly, he asked, "Have you been up to check the children?" The babysitter hung up, convinced that her friends were playing a joke on her. But the man called again and again. He asked, "Have you been up to check the children?" Again she hung up, now frightened, but the man called a third time. This time he said, "I've taken care of the kids. Now I'm coming for you." By now the babysitter was truly terrified. She called the police and reported the calls. The police told her to try to distract the man, and the next time he phoned, to give them time to trace the call. As expected, the man called back. The babysitter begged him to leave her alone, thus keeping him on the phone for longer. Eventually he hung up. Immediately the phone rang again. This time it was the police. "Leave the house. The calls are coming from upstairs." Ooh. Oh, these are really good. Hopefully you're enjoying these. These are really good. That was from Be Afraid, Be Very Afraid, again, the Book of Scary Urban Legends. Okay, here we go. A 7-year-old girl called Lizzie was left with her grandmother in her small apartment while her parents went to the movies. Grandmother and granddaughter had dinner together and chatted for a while. At 10 o'clock, the grandmother picked her up sewing, and Lizzie turned on the TV. They were sitting companionably together when the grandmother got a terrible thirst and asked her granddaughter Lizzie to bring her a glass of water. "It's too dark," said Lizzie. "Don't be scared. Follow the corridor. There's a switch right next to the bathroom door." Lizzie got up and felt her way along the wall of the corridor, groping for the switch. And as she reached the bathroom, she stopped and felt around, only to come into contact with a bony hand that tried to drag her into the bathroom. Lizzie managed to pull away and ran, screaming and crying, back to her grandmother. And after the incident, Lizzie needed psychological treatment. What happened has never been established, though no one but the grandmother and Lizzie were in the apartment at the time. Ooh. That is actually giving me real bad chills now. That is really... I'm actually in the house on my own as well. I'm like, ugh. Ooh. Right then, this next one, I'm going to involve... Let's just have a look. Let's see. Okay. Some time ago, it's called Come Play With Me. Some time ago, a friend of mine and I decided to do the Ouija board for the first time, something we had never dared to do before. We called 2 other friends to come and do it with us, Claire and Brenda, as I had been told that it was more likely something would happen if there were more people. We had a hard time convincing the other two, but in the end they agreed to come along. We got everything ready and, feeling a bit nervous, got started. During the session, Claire had called to join us. Said, "This is nonsense, I'm out of here." We got a little scared and decided to leave it for another time. After a few days, Brenda who had left, called me, beside herself. She said that as she was passing a derelict house near her home on the way back from a local library, a little girl dressed in white had asked to play with her. My friend told her that she couldn't, as she was in a hurry to get home, and immediately the girl, Claire, began to cry tears of blood. My friend fled, and when she got home, she called me. At first I thought she was pulling my leg, but something told me that was not the case. I began to think about the day we had done the Ouija board and how abrupt my friend had been when she got up to leave. I didn't give it much more thought and went to bed. The next day my friend called me because she was going to be home alone studying, and as she was scared, she asked me to keep her company. I took a bus over to hers and we settled down with our books. After a while we heard a scratching noise behind us. We both looked up and were horrified to find that the girl she had described to me was sitting on my friend's bed, scratching the wall. We ran out of the room, and when we got to the front door, I noticed that my friend was not there, but I was so terrified I couldn't make myself wait for her. Shortly afterwards, the police called my house to tell me that my friend had died of an asthma attack. She had been found on the stairs of her house with a terrified expression on her face. For several months after that, I was in treatment. I am now recovering, but the other day a note appeared in my mailbox written in a little girl's hand that read, "Your friend died because she wouldn't play with me. I have a new doll." I think it's a joke, since our story has become famous in our town, but on the other hand, I'm scared. I wonder, will she come for me? Ooh. Sorry, I lost it halfway through because I was trying to include you and then I couldn't work out which person they were talking about, so sorry I confused you there, but anyway, sometimes that happens. Anyway. Right, we've got two more left, guys. This one's called Room for One More. And then the last one is called Rings on Her Fingers. Here we go. Room for One More. And then we'll go straight over to the med, okay? A man named Joseph Blackwell came to Brenda on a business trip. He stayed at the large house some friends owned on the outskirts of the city. That night, they had a pleasant evening chatting and reminiscing about the past. But when Blackwell went to bed, he began to toss and turn and was unable to sleep. At one point during the night, he heard a car pull into the driveway. He went to the window to see who might be arriving at such a late hour. In the moonlight, he saw a black hearse full of people. The driver looked up at him, and when Blackwell saw his strange face, he shuddered. The driver called to him, "There's room for one more." He then waited a minute or two before driving off. In the morning, Blackwell told his friends what had happened. "You were dreaming," they said. "That must have been it," he replied, "but it didn't seem like a dream." After breakfast, he left for town and spent the day in the offices of one of the new high-rise buildings in the city. Late in the afternoon, he was ready to go back to the house and was waiting for the elevator to take him down to the ground floor. But when it stopped at his floor, it was very full. One of the people inside looked at him and said, There's room for one more. It was the driver of the hearse. No thank you, Blackwell said. I'll wait for the next one. The doors closed and the elevator began to descend. Moments later there was a terrible crash and shouts and screams could be heard. The elevator had collapsed and all the people inside were killed. Wow. Oh. So I'm going to finish with this one, and I think, seeing it's the last one, I'm going to be as quick as I possibly can. We're going to finish with it's called Rings on Her Fingers. If you can all hear me. Okay. So the music's probably not going to help. Never mind. Right, so Daisy Clark. Daisy Clark had been in a coma for over a month when the doctor declared her dead. She was buried on a cool summer day in a small cemetery about a mile from her home. May she always rest in peace, her husband said. But that was not how it turned out. Late that night, a grave robber armed with a shovel and a flashlight began to dig her up. And as the earth was still loose, he quickly reached the coffin and opened it. His hunch was right. Daisy had been buried wearing two valuable rings, a diamond wedding ring and another studded with a brilliant ruby. The thief knelt down and reached inside the coffin to take the rings, but they were completely stuck on Daisy's fingers. He decided the only way to get them off was to cut off her fingers. But when he took out his knife and began to saw at the flesh, it began to bleed, and Daisy began to twitch. Suddenly she sat up. Terrified, the thief scrambled to his feet, accidentally knocking his flashlight, which went out. In the dark, he could hear Daisy emerge from her grave. The thief stood frozen, clutching his knife in his hand. On seeing him there, Daisy covered herself with her shroud and asked, "Who are you?" Hearing the corpse speak, the grave robber ran, and Daisy shrugged and kept walking, not bothering to look back. Seized by fear and confusion, the thief fled in the wrong direction and fell headfirst into the open grave, onto his own knife. As Daisy walked home, the thief bled to death. And that's it, guys. So thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed that tonight, and thank you everyone for taking part in our Cooking Saturday. Just a little bit different. So we're now going to go over to the Med, and I shall see you all there. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. Thank you all for your awards, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. Have a great Halloween, whatever you're doing this weekend, and I'll see you in Med's quiz. Take care, guys. Yeah, we'll do some nice happy stories next time. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. A little bit different. I'll see you in the Meds broadcast. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.